In Matthew 13:44, the Bible talks about the kingdom of heaven being like a man who finds a treasure in a field and then goes and sells everything that he has to buy the field so that he could inherit the treasure. Now, I feel like this is a picture of what it means to radically pursue God. See, if we really want to go deep in prayer, if we really want to know God, we have to be really desiring to actually seek Him. And that is a picture of radical pursuit. This man bought the field so that he could inherit the treasure. See, if he took the treasure, that would have been theft. And for many believers, sometimes we want the treasure, but we don't want to buy the field. Buying the field is a picture of going through the process, God's intended process. See, God is not just concerned about what you have, He's concerned about how you got it. And He's concerned about taking you through the process so that when you get what He has already promised for you, you're able to handle the weight of it. And buying the field is not always easy. Jesus, God in human form, came and died for our sins to claim back what Adam lost and forfeited to the devil. And the devil came to Jesus and tempted Him and said, I'm going to give you all the kingdoms of the world. All you have to do is just bow down to me. See, God was going to give that to Jesus, but God was only going to give that to Jesus after the cross. So Satan was offering to Jesus God's intended purpose for him, but without the process. And this is what it's like for many believers. We want to get to the end result, but without the process. And the process involves the cross for Jesus. And sometimes the process actually involves going through the cross, the crucifying of the flesh. This man had to go through the process of buying the field. The process of buying actually is a picture of exchange. Something had to leave him. He had to exchange what he had to buy this field. Now, something I found really interesting about this is the fact that the man doesn't actually buy the treasure. He buys the field because he knew that he could not afford the treasure. You know, the treasure was not something that anything he had could afford. That's why he went and sold everything that he had to buy the field. Now, if you saw him selling everything that he had, you would have probably thought, you know, crazy guy, why are you selling everything that you have to buy a field? The only reason why you would be saying that is because you haven't seen the treasure. And when you see the treasure, selling everything is nothing compared to what the treasure is actually worth. Now, if you weren't seeing the treasure, you wouldn't have seen the reason for him selling everything to buy the field. And the point is this: don't allow the people that haven't seen the treasure to talk you out of buying the field. Because when you decide to get radical in your pursuit for God, certain people will try to talk you out of it, telling you, oh, you know, you just need to chill out. You know, you don't need, it doesn't need all that effort. You don't need to fast. You don't need to pray like that. You know, you just need to take it easy. Now, I'm going to say, you know, you don't fast and pray and seek God intensely because you're trying to earn His love. I don't fast and pray for God's love. I fast and pray from God's love. I don't fast and pray for acceptance. I fast and pray from acceptance. There's a massive difference. So I'm not trying to earn anything from God. I'm positioning myself to inherit what God has already made available to me. And I understand that it requires my effort in the process. So I want to encourage you to embrace the process of buying the field and do not be discouraged when you find it difficult, because that process actually is painful on the flesh. However, if you read the text carefully, it talks about the man selling everything he had for the joy of the treasure, because he'd found a joy that nothing else could replace, no material things could replace. When you really encounter the treasure of the presence of God, you realize nothing on this earth compares to that. And you're going to be ready to just give everything up just for the purpose of going deeper in your relationship with God. Do you really want to know God, or do you just want to know about God? Because if you really want to know God, it's going to take time, energy, effort, and it's going to cost you something. So I want to invite you into this journey of embracing the process of buying the field. It's going to cost you something. It's about paying a price. And that price many times is the time we give, the effort we invest, the space we create just for encountering God in a deeper way. This man sold everything he had for the joy of the treasure. See, there's so much joy in the treasure of knowing Jesus. And when you truly taste of that joy, nothing else in this world compares to that. I'm telling you, you're going to want to give up everything just to go deeper in that relationship with Jesus. So I want to invite you into this process today. Choose to go deeper in your relationship with God by buying the field so you can inherit the treasure of His presence.